Fox Business Network's Maria Bartiromo, concerned about the economy, has dragged down President Trump's job approval poll numbers, but he insists things are getting better.
We're ending the inflation nightmare, the worst that we've had probably in the history of our country.
That was at a Trump rally in Michigan, touting what he calls the most successful first 100 days for any president ever.
We're for common sense. We like strong borders. We like good education. We like low interest rates. We like being able to buy a beautiful car.
And the president said his tariffs will lead to more manufacturing in Detroit, though he is easing some of the tariffs on U.S. automakers about worry on higher prices. And after a cabinet meeting this morning, the president will host business leaders at the White House as he pushes for new investments in the U.S. But President Trump tells ABC News his biggest achievement so far is a more secure border.
Because our country was really going bad. They were allowing people to come in from prisons.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection says encounters with people crossing illegally are down 95% and to levels not seen since the 1960s. The government reports removing 65,000 illegal immigrants out of the country and that the vast majority of those that they have arrested had people with criminal records.
Fox's Mark Meredith at the White House. Democrats spoke all night in the Senate, calling the first 100 days of the second Trump term a disaster. Here's Senator Richard Blumenthal.
The turmoil and turbulence has produced confusion and, yes, anxiety.
As Russia keeps bombing Ukraine, saying it'll take more time to work out a peace deal. Ukrainian officials say they may sign an agreement with the U.S. today, giving the Americans access to lucrative rare minerals, which may lead to more American support for the war in Ukraine. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Why a central Indiana mayor is being sued. There's nothing on radar in downtown Indianapolis where it's 55 degrees. Your high today, 74. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 9:02. The former chair of Carmel's, Chris Kindlemart, is suing Mayor Sue Finkham and the city for defamation. Susan McDermott filed the suit yesterday in Hamilton County. She says Finkham and other city leaders made false statements that hurt her reputation while she led the board. Her legal team says they tried to justify the mayor's actions by publicly criticizing McDermott. Teachers, counselors, and administrators may be involved in routine and illegal grade changing in one Indiana district. Here's Chris Davis.
Illegal grade changing at South Bend schools.
There has been a changing in grades or credit given that is unlawful because certain individuals may have benefited from that financially.
Diane Frothy is one of several investigators appointed to look into grade changing within the school district. At the latest school board meeting, she says she's uncovered evidence of more than 2,500 instances of grade changing in all of the high schools by many people with access to the program that's used to organize grades. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
If you need to fill up, expect to pay about $3.04 for a gallon of regular unleaded today, says Gas Buddy. In front of a sellout crowd at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, the Indiana Pacers delivered a playoff series victory Tuesday night, and John Herrick was there.
After the Pacers fell behind by as many as 20 points in the first half against the Milwaukee Bucks, they fought back to win the game in overtime and clinch the series 4-1. Pacer head coach Rick Carlisle said this was another example of fortune favoring the bold.
Our guys were bold in the last three quarters. We're very thankful and very grateful to be moving on.
And next up, they head to the Eastern Conference semifinals where they face the team with the best record in the conference, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Reporting from Gainbridge Fieldhouse, John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And after the game, Tyrese Halliburton's father, John, got into a heated confrontation with Milwaukee Bucks star Giannis Antetokounmpo. He says he won't do that again. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and